is where randomly picked up from a local telephone directory and a frequency distribution of the distribution of the number of letters in the English alphabet in the surnames was found as follows. Okay, given table about that survey, and you have to draw histogram to depict the given information. Write the class interval in which the maximum number of surnames lie. Okay, given a number of letters that is in the class interval form and number of surnames that you have to take as a frequency column. And here you observe class intervals. These class intervals are not with the same class size. Okay, here 1 and 4, 1 to 4. Class size is how much? 4 minus 1, that is 3, and 6 minus 2, that is 2, 3, 2, and here also 2, here 4, here you have class size 8. Okay, so these class intervals are of different length or different width. So you have to do column like this to get the actual height or actual length of the rectangular bar to draw histogram. Okay, class interval column you have to take then a frequency column. These two columns will be there in the question like this. Okay, and D column and this fourth column you have to do extra. What is D column? D column is the length of the class interval. Upper limit minus lower limit. 4 minus 1, that is 3. 6 minus 4, that is 2. 8 minus 6, that is 2. Next 12 minus 8, that is 4. 20 minus 12, that is 8. Okay, so this D column you have to do extra, and this column also length of the rectangular bar. To find that, use this formula F by D into the lowest width. Okay, what is the lowest width? Observe these D values. In that, what is the lowest one? Lowest one is 2. So into 2 is the same for all. Okay. So now for the first class interval 1 to 4, what is F by D into the lowest width? What is F? F is 6. 6 divided by 3. Okay. Each time you have to do like this. Second column divided by third column into this number will be same for all 2. Okay. Lowest width that is taken from this column. By observing the D values you have to see which is the lowest, that is the lowest width. Okay, and here are 3 ones, 3 2 times 2 into 2, that is 4, and here are F by D. F is 30 divided by D is 2 into the lowest width, that is 2. 2 cancels, so that is equal to 30. And next here F by D 44 divided by 2 into the lowest width, 2 cancels, that is 44. Okay, and next 16 divided by 4, F 16 divided by D, that is 4 into the lowest width, that is 2. And here 4 ones are 4 times 16, 4 into 2, that is 8. Then 12 to 20, for that F is 4 divided by D. D is 8 into the lowest width, that is 2, and 4 into 2, that is 8, cancels with by 8. So height is how much? 1. Now here you observe these values we have to take on a y-axis. Okay, y-axis these values, and on x-axis as before we have to take on that class intervals. Okay, so this column you have to observe, and the last column. This column you have to take on x-axis, and this column you have to take on y-axis. Now we draw histogram for this. Okay, you have to observe only first column and the last column. Okay, and here you see 1 to 4 like that up to 20 is 0. So on x-axis you have to take class intervals. So you take points on this x-axis at equal distances. You have to mark the points, and 1 centimeter as 2 units you take. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8 like that up to 20 enough on x-axis. And you see your last column entries. Here maximum is 44. Okay, we need much space if you take 1 centimeter as a 1 unit, and if you take 1 centimeter as a 2 units, then also you need a longer graph sheet. So for that reason, I taken 1 centimeter as a 4 units on y-axis. 4, 8 multiples of 4 you have to take. Okay, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 like that up to 44. Now first rectangular bar is from 1 to 4 and it is of height of 4 you have to draw now. Okay, 1 to 4. Where is 1? here you can't see 1. Okay, where is 1? Exactly in between of 0 and 2 you have 1, right? So from there you have to start and you have to draw rectangular bar of height how much? That is 4. Okay, 1 to 4 means here. And here you mark that point is 1. Okay, exactly in between 0 and 2 you have 1. From there we started. Okay, from 1 to 4 rectangular bar of height how much? That is 4. Next 4 to 6 rectangular bar of 30. Where is 30? 30. See here 28 and 32. Exactly in between that 28 is here and 32 is here. And exactly between that what you have your total here you have 9 lines. This one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and this is the 10th one. Here exactly in between 28 and 32, one more dark line you have. That line is for 30. Okay, 28 exactly in between 28 and 30 you have what? 29. That is in between this second and third line you have what? That line is not visible, but exactly in between these two lines that is second and third line you have 29. But now we have 30. So it is easy. Exactly in between 28 and 32 you have 30. Okay, that 30 is a height of which rectangular bar from 4 to 6. Okay, so from 4 to 6 you have to draw rectangular bar of height how much? 30. So here rectangular bar is drawn of height 30. Next rectangular bar of height 44. That is from 6 to 8. Okay, 44. That is visible here. 44. So this is the rectangular bar of height 44. Next rectangular bar of height 8. That is from rectangular bar of height 8 from 8 to 12. 8 to 12 rectangular bar of height 8. 8 is here. This is 8 and this is 44 and this is 30 and here 4. Okay. And the last one, last rectangular bar of height how much? Last one is of height 1. Where is 1? See, I showed here from 0 to 4. Exactly in between we take this one as a 0 and this one as 4. Exactly in between 0 and 4. What you have? You have 2. Where is 1? Exactly between a 0 and a 2. What you have? 1. Okay, that is between second and third line. You have 1. So be careful. Here exactly in between second and third line you have 1. Here it is not visible. Okay. So half of 4 that is 2 and half of 2 that is what? That is 1. That is somewhere here. Okay. So now last rectangular bar is from 12 to 20. 12 to 20 you have to draw rectangular bar of height of 1. Okay. So this is the histogram for that question. And one sub question left to answer, that is in which class interval maximum number of surnames lies. Okay, you just see this histogram and in that which is the maximum height of rectangular bar, that is on this rectangular bar. Okay, and that is 44 is the maximum number of surnames. 44 in which class interval, that is from 6 to 8, that you can see in the table also. In this class interval 6 to 8 you have what? You have maximum number of surnames, that is 44. So you have to write at the end of class interval in the 6 to 8 maximum number number of surnames like. Okay. Thank you. Next type of graphical representation is frequency polygons. What do you mean by frequency polygons? Frequency polygons are the graphical representation for the data which are of a continuous type. Okay, frequency polygons are used when the data is a continuous. Means like this. Suppose you are given a data in a continuous class intervals form, then we use a frequency polygons. Okay, like a histogram we are using for continuous frequency data. So like that, frequency polygons are also used for continuous frequency data, but this frequency polygons we are using when the data is very large. Okay, and it is useful for comparing two different sets of data. Okay, the data is useful for comparing two different sets of data of the same nature. See here, this is one problem under the frequency polygons. Okay, so this problem, in this problem, what you can see, there are two datas of the same nature, section A and section B. Two datas are there, two different sets of data, but they are of the same type. Okay, they are of the same type. So these are a distribution of students among the distribution of students according to the marks scored by them. This is of section A, this is of section B. So when the data is very large, then if you are given two different sets of data like this, but of the same nature, then we use a frequency polygons to compare that two data. Okay. And under that, first problem is the following table. This table gives the distribution of students according to the marks distribution of students of two sections according to the marks obtained by them. Okay. So here you have section A data in the first and second column, third and fourth column you have section B data. Okay. So these two data represent what? That two data represent the distribution of students among the distribution of students according to the marks scored by them. Okay, and for this you have to represent the marks of the students of both the sections on the same graph by two frequency polygons. Means you have to draw frequency polygons for this two sets of data. Okay, and from the two polygons compare the performance of two sections. So here you are given two different sections of data. For this you are asked to draw frequency polygons. Okay, how to draw frequency polygons for these data? To draw frequency polygons, first you have to calculate the midpoint of each class interval. Okay, so in the answer part you have to do like this table, but here with the marks, okay, marks we are given in a class interval form, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. You have to find the class mark. Class mark means what? Class mark means the midpoint of each class interval. How to get the midpoint of each class interval? You have to add these two numbers. That is sum you have to divide by 2. That gives you class mark of each class interval. Okay. I will write inside a class mark. You have to calculate for each class intervals. How to calculate the class marks? You have to add two numbers and you have to divide by 2. So here 0 plus 10. 0 plus 10 is 10. 10 divided by 2. That gives you how much? That gives you 5. And 10 plus 20. That is 30. 30 divided by 2. That gives you how much? 15. So like that, add two numbers and divide that sum by 2. So then that gives what? That gives a class mark. Okay, that is called the midpoint of that class interval. 20 plus 30, that is a 50. Half of 50. 50 by 2 is half of 50. That is 25. And 30 plus 40. 30 plus 40 is what? 70. 70 divided by 2. That is what? That is 70 by 2. that gives you 35. Okay, you just calculate inside and divide 70 by 2, you will get 35. Next 40 plus 50, that is 90. 90 divided by 2, that gives you 45. So these are the class mark of what, of class intervals in this table. But here when we draw frequency polygons, you need a previous class mark of the first class mark. What is the first class mark? First class mark is 5. Previous of that class mark you have to write down, and last class mark of the table is 45. Next class mark of that we need. Okay, 45 is the last class mark in this table, and next class mark of that we need. Okay. So what is the previous class mark of 5? How to get that? Just to see other class mark, how they differ. See 5 plus 10, that is 15. 15 plus 10, that is 25. 25 plus 10, that is 35. 35 plus 10, that is 45. So what will be the next class mark? Now you can imagine, if you add 10 to the previous class mark, you will get the next class mark, right? 5 plus 10. And this 15 plus 10, that gives 25, 25 plus 10, that gives 35. So like that. So what will be the next class mark of 45? That will be 50. Okay, I'll write here 50. That is the next class mark of 55. Sorry, 45 plus 10, that is 55. That is what? That is the next class mark of the last class mark in the table. Okay, in the table you have to see which is the last class mark. Next class mark of that we need there to mark. Okay, so you have to find that. How to get that? Just here you have to see how class marks differ by. Okay, so you have to add that much to get the next class mark, and to get the previous class mark of the first class mark you have to subtract 10 from 5. Okay, so 10 minus 5, you know that is 5, but 5 minus 10 means that gives you minus 5. Okay, so I wrote here minus 5, that is the previous class mark of 5. Okay, I written here previous class mark of first class mark you have to find by subtracting 10. Okay, 5 minus 10, that is minus 5, and the last class mark you have to observe in the table, that is 45. Okay, 45 next class mark you have to write that is 55. 55 plus 10. Okay, so in the answer part you have to do column for section A, and here you have to write not class intervals, you have to write what? You have to write the class marks. Okay, don't write that class intervals, class marks. And that I done here, that is 5, then 15, then 25, then 35, then 45, and we need a next class mark of 45, that is 55. I wrote here, and previous class mark of this we need 5 minus 10 that we calculated already, that is minus 5. Okay, so like this you have to do table in answer part, and same type of here also, same class intervals you have now, so same class marker you will get for this also. So I will write directly here. Okay, here first class mark is 5, then 15, then 25, then 35, then 5. Here 5, here you have to write the class mark. Class marks 5, then 15, then 25, then 35, then 45, and the next class mark of 45 we already calculated, and that is what? That is 55, and previous class mark of 5, that is minus 5. So in the frequency polygons you have to take class marks on x-axis. Okay, this column you have to take on x-axis class marks, and frequencies you have to take on which axis? On y-axis. So on x-axis and y-axis you mark points at equal distances. Okay, I already drawn x-axis and y-axis and marked points at equal distances. What you have to take on x-axis? You have to take on x-axis that class marks. Okay, which class marks you have, that class marks you have to take on x-axis. And here actually in table starts with 5, but you have to start from what? previous class mark or first class mark, that is a -5. From there you have to start. Okay, so first one you have to write is -5, then this -5, then 5, then 15, 25, 15, 25, then 35, then 45, and next class mark of last one is a 55. That also you have to mark. Okay, 55 and this -5. These two you have to mark extra, that are not in the table but I wrote there. Okay, actually that you have to keep in mind. Previous class mark of 5, that is -5, and the next class mark of 45, that is 55. Okay, now frequencies you have to take on y axis. Here you observe frequency columns. Which is the maximum number? Maximum number is, maximum frequency is 19. So up to 19 you have to mark. Okay. If you take a 1 centimeter as 1 unit, you need a larger graph sheet. So for that reason, I taken 1 centimeter as a 2 units. So like that you mark 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, up to 20 enough, because your maximum frequency is 19. Up to 20 enough. Okay. So now you have to mark points. How to mark points? See, first we mark section A. For section A, here see first class mark is 5. After that 5, you have to move up to 3. Okay. So here you can see 5 in a graph sheet. At 5, you have one vertical line like this. Okay, in your graph sheet, at 5 you have vertical line. On that vertical line, you have to move up to 3. There is 3 exactly in between 2 and 4. You have 3. So here you have to mark. Okay. So this is what? This is a point. Which one? At 5 we moved up to 3. So this is point 5, 3. So mark like this 5, 3, and immediately you join with this origin. Okay, like this. Join that. And next class marker is 15, and for that frequency is 9. Okay. Now you keep your scale at 15. At 15 you have vertical line in your graph sheet, and in that you have to move up to 9. Okay. So at 15 vertical line, you have to move up to 9. That is your, and mark a point there. Okay. Mark a point. That is point. Which point? At 15 we moved up to how much? Up to 9. 15, 9. Okay. Join that with the previous point. Okay. And like that mark other points also. Next, at 25 you have to move up to 17. Keep your scale at 25. Okay. Vertical line you have on the graph sheet passing to 25. On that you have to move up to 17 now. Okay. This here exactly between 16 and 18 you have 17 somewhere here. Okay. So what is this point? We mark this point at 25, and that is how much? At 25 up to 19. Sorry, not 19, up to 17. Okay. And join that up with the previous point like this. And next point is 35 and 35, 12. Okay. You have to keep your scale like the 35, and you have to move up to how much? Up to 12. Okay, 12 is you. At 35 you have one vertical line in your graph sheet. In that vertical line you have to move up to 12. Why? Because frequency is 12 for 35. Okay, and join that with the previous point. And this is what? This is a point. 35, 12. Okay. And next point is next and last point for section A is 45, 9. Means at 45 you have to keep your scale vertical. Okay. In your graph sheet you have vertical line passing through 45. On that line you have to move up to 9 now. Exactly between 10 and 8 you have 9. Okay. Somewhere here. And this is point 45, 9. Why? Because at 45 we moved up to 9. Okay. Join that with the previous point. And the next, this is actually last point in the table. Then the last point you have to join with the class mark 55. Okay. So for that reason we need a next class mark of the last class mark. And here first point we have to join with the previous class mark of first class mark. Okay. So this is what this is called a frequency polygon of which section? Section A. Okay. So this is a for a section A. Frequency polygon for a section A we drawn in blue color. Okay. Next we mark the points of section, which is section B, and that we draw in another color. Okay. So now section B. First class mark is 5, and for that frequency is 5. So at 5, how to move up to how much? How much is the frequency for 5? 5. Okay. So at 5, you have to move up to 5. That is here. In between 4 and 6, you have 5. So it is here. Okay. So that point is which point? That point is 5, 5. Okay. At 5, we moved up to 5. So 5, 5. And join that with the -5 like this. Okay. And the next class marker is 15, and for that frequency is 19. At 15, you have to keep your scale vertical, and you have to move up to 19 now. 19 is exactly in between 18 and 20. Here it is. Okay. So this point is which one? At 15 we moved up. So 15, how much height? 19. So 15, 19. And join that point with the previous point. Okay, like this. And after that, next class mark is 25. For that frequency is 15. After 25, you have to move up to how much? Up to 15. Okay. 15 is exactly in between 14 and 16. It is here. Okay, somewhere here. This is point which point? That is point 25. After 25, we moved up to 15. 25, 15. See? And join that with the previous point. Okay. Mark the points carefully. Then 35, 10. At 35, you have to move up to 10. Okay. Keep the scale at 35 and move up to 10. This here. Okay. So this point is which one? This point is 35. At 35 we moved up to 10. So this point is 35, 10. Okay, join that with the previous one. And next last one is 45, 1. At 45 you have to move up to 1. Okay, exactly in between of this 0 and 2 you have note 1. Okay, 0 is not marked, but here previous of 2 you have 0. Okay, this line is 0. So here it is, that point is what? 45, 1. Join that with the previous point. And this last point you have to join with the next class mark 55. Okay, so this is the frequency polygon for which section? Section B. Section B frequency polygon, that is in which color? That is in the yellow color. Okay, and so now we draw a frequency polygon for both the sections. Okay, section B, that frequency polygon is in the yellow color, and blue color frequency polygon is for a section A. And here you have one question that is from the two polygons, compare the performance of two sections. So here you see after 25, these are what? These are marks obtained by the students, right? So here after 25, which frequency polygon is above this? Clearly you can see in this frequency polygon of blue color, that is above yellow color frequency polygon, right? So blue color frequency polygon is for which section? That is for section A. Since the frequency polygon of this blue color that lies above the frequency polygon of yellow color, what you can say, performance of which section is better? This blue color is for section A. So section A, that students performed better than students of section B. That we can compare from these two frequency polygons. Okay, so that will be the answer for this. From the graph, section A, students performed better than section B students. Okay, how we decided since the frequency polygon of a section A that lies above the frequency polygon of section B, that conclusion we can give. Okay, you have to see frequency polygon more than after 25. Okay, after 25 class mark after 25 you want to see. After 25 you have frequency polygon of section A lies above the frequency polygon of section B. Okay, so on the basis of that we concluded like this.